Right, YouTube, the Shadow King Nazu, and I'm here with my review of Dragon Ball Super Episode 66. I bet some of you were wondering where's my Doctor Strange review. Well, kind of wasn't ready to do that because that was the day I learned my uncle on my dad's side just died. And that was kind of a bit of an emotional moment for me. Plus, it didn't help that Donald Trump won the election when pretty much was the worst case scenario. Not that I was rooting for Hillary Clinton to win or anything. But still, now all we can do is just either endure the next 4 years of whatever nightmarish things Trump is going to bring us through, or move to another country. But I didn't want to leave you guys without me making a review of something, so let's do Dragon Ball Super. Now, as we all know, this is the episode where Vegito comes into the play. And I bet a lot of you guys were expecting me to wear my sunglasses. And I was, but things happened. Let's get into this. So, Goku and Merge Zamasu were having their key clash, with Goku using the Kamehameha and Merge Zamasu using the Holy Wrath attack. And Goku decides to use his full power, and it kind of ends in a draw, but slightly in Goku's favor, as Merge Zamasu is the one that ends up scarred, looking like Two-Face. Yeah. And then Goku proceeds to go on the offensive, but Zamasu starts to try crushing Goku's leg. But fortunately, Goku uses the Kaioken on top of his Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form, just like he did against Hit, and managed to get a good kick on Zamasu. Unfortunately, that burns him out. Man, Goku's really knows how to do that sparingly. And when he knows that's going to be an absolute victory. Either that or learn how to master the technique. Unfortunately, all of this is causing Zamasu to become quite insane, even more so than usual. And then he starts to call on the lights of justice to destroy his arm because, well, he's crazy. And this causes his arm to mutate and become giant, which looks both intimidating and kind of funny in a silly way. So, exhausting their options, Goku suggests that he fuses with Vegeta, which Vegeta has repeatedly said that he doesn't want to do again, but Goku pretty much points out that there's no other options. It's one of those rare moments where actually Goku is actually being smart in Dragon Ball Super. Because like I said, Toei doesn't know how the difference between naivete and stupidity. And they gotta learn that in the future sagas. Because I want to see the Goku that's not stupid, but naive. But yeah, Vegeta ultimately relents, and they use Supreme Kai's Patara earrings to fuse into Vegito. But Gawasu drops a bit of a bombshell that apparently that unless you're a Kaioshin or some other godly being, you can only remain Patara fused for an hour. Well, I was thought it was permanent, and so a lot of people thought this was some kind of retcon, and were kind of pissed off. But I think I'm willing to let this one slide because we didn't get that kind of information before during the Buu saga. And he did defuse inside Super Buu, but we thought that was just because Majin Buu's negative demonic energy was affecting the Patara rings, causing them to defuse. But I guess it was just because they expired their hour. We don't know how long that fight lasted inside the ship. Oh, so I'm willing to give that a pass. But yeah, Vegeta more than makes up for this with his epic fight, and he really does show how powerful he is, going toe to toe with Zamasu. And unlike with Buhan, where Buhan was getting completely dominated, especially in the manga where he wasn't even able to land a hit on Vegito, Zamasu gets in a few hits and even knocks down Vegito at some point. But Vegito managed to pull out some good moves like the final Kamehameha straight from the games, although I think that we also saw it in the Buu Saga, just in a different version of it. And also we brought back the Spirit Sword, which he pulls right into impaling Zamasu. Oh, that felt so good. No homo. And Zamasu says that this changes nothing as he's immortal. But Vegito says that you're not immortal anymore because you fused with Black Goku, who was mortal, and your body has become corrupted. But then he says that said that he's fine with that because you mortals, with your despite your sinful ways, have the power of surpassing gods. Well, actually, it's more Saiyans, particularly Goku. And he says that he's willing to sacrifice a complete immortality if it allows him to get stronger. And he uses that power to become giant. Huh. A bit of a callback to the Goku vs. Piccolo's fight. Okay. Then we started getting to things where it gets weird. So while this is happening, Future Trunks is met up with Bulma and some of the Resistance, and he brought back the sword that was broken in half. And he gets ready to fight, and he channels his ki into making a ki sword. I guess I can accept that. I mean, it's just manipulating your ki. And Vegito continues to fight Zamasu, who's starting to lose, but Vegito defuses back into Goku and Vegeta. I'm gonna guess that it's gonna work like Gotenks, where they're exerting so much power that it caused the fusion to run out faster. Yeah. But fortunately, Future Trunks was able to save him with the Ki Sword, and starts to fight Zamasu off. Then this is where we get into something that really bugs me. Everybody starts cheering on Future Trunks, and then out of freaking nowhere, Future Trunks gets a Genki Dama, or the Spirit Bomb. Where the fuck did he learn to do that? Did Goku teach it to him in the afterlife? I mean, in the alternate future afterlife? There was no indication of that. Present Goku didn't teach him that. He was training with Vegeta. So where did this come from? So until further notice, this is clearly a Deus Ex Machina just to make Trunks relevant. I know there's been a lot of fan demand that they want Trunks to be the one to defeat Zamasu and be relevant, but we kind of wanted it to be more believable. But yeah, Future Trunks manages to form a Spirit Bomb due to God knows how, and merges it with his sword, kind of like how Goku did it in that stupid, dumb, asinine Super Android 13 movie. God, I hate that movie. But yeah, he managed to make a Spirit Bomb sword and slices Zamasu in half. Well, at least that happened. Yeah. So, and that's where the episode ends. So yeah, this episode was pretty good. Had some pretty good fights, and really was cool to see Vegeta again kicking some ass. And there were some funny moments with Merge Zamasu, with his temper tantrums. But we got a really lot of stuff that kind of bit of an ass pulls. I mean, I could accept some of them, like the whole fusion timeline, because Goku and Vegeta weren't gods. I mean, not true gods. They have God key. You know what I'm talking about. And I could also accept that Trunks could manipulate his key into channeling it into a sword to make a key sword, but that spirit bomb empowered key sword, no, I can't accept that. That was just, where the fuck did that come from? Seriously? But whatever. That was my review of Dragon Ball Super episode 66. And I'm sure at some point I'll get to my Doctor Strange review. I'll catch you guys later.